हेलो एवरीवन, एक बार फिर से स्वागत है। आई एम आकाश राजप्रिया। टुडे आई एम गोइंग टू टेक अ कंप्लीट न्यू सेशन फॉर you, that is NumPy. Okay, now in this our interview series we have already seen some days some good things on Python. Okay, I would continue that series, but again from an interview perspective, NumPy pandas is super duper important. So we are going to see some questions on NumPy, some question on pandas in this series as well. Okay, as I collect more questions, or maybe if someone of you can also help in collecting this question, like to collect this question, Roshni, help me. Thank you for that. And let's get started for the first part for today, that is solving this 10 questions. I can break that in two videos. Let's see that. If this video goes very long, I would break it in two videos. So let's solve the first question. Even I am reading the question for first time. Let's try it and solve it. So create a 4x2 integer array and print it attributes. The element must be unsigned integer. Now see, you should know what is this unsigned sign. Unsigned means it is always a positive number. Okay, signed means it is positive sign and negative sign both. And integer 16 it says. And what attribute we want to print? We want to print the shape of array, dimensions of array, and the length of each array. Length of each element. So first of all, 4x2 integer array, how you can create it? First, for that, I'm going to import numpy as np. Okay, and after that, I would just do here np dot random dot rand int, and inside that I can give any range that I want. I want random integers from 10 to 200, comma the shape of it, that is 4x2 shape I want, and at last I want the data type of it to be unsigned integer 16. So in this way you can write it unsigned integer 16 like this. Let's run it and it is ready. Now see, as it is unsigned, if you try to give a negative value, it would say you that, okay, in unsigned, lower bound is out of bound, like lower bound should be greater than 0. So that is the reason I said you unsigned means without sign. You cannot get a signed integer there. Only positive numbers you would get there. Now this we have created it. We want to print the shape, dimension, and the length. And let's see that how to do it. I would store that in array. Okay, now the first thing when you want to print the shape of an array, so it's very simple to print and shape of an array. Okay, first everyone solve it and then see the solution. Okay, so the shape of an array is basically very simple. You can just write here arr dot shape and you would get the shape of an array. Perfectly, we got that. Then second, we want the array dimensions. Okay, so you can get the array dimensions using array dot ndim, that is for n dimensions. How many dimensions it is? 2 dimensions. You can see 4x2. There are 2 dimensions, row and column. Now the length of each elements in the bytes, this you may not know it maybe. So there is one function for that. Okay, that is length of each array in bytes. So for that we have arr dot item size. Okay, so it would tell you, this item size would tell you each item how many bytes it is in an array. So in this way you can solve the first question. Let's try the another one now. This is simple. Create a 5x2 integer array between 100 to 200 and the difference between them should be 10. So we have already seen that we can use np.arrange for it. Now see guys, if these questions are new for you or if you don't know about NumPy, I can make it very simple for you. Just make a comment. Okay. And based on the requirement, you would get the videos. So np.arrange, you can give a range here. It is exactly like your range function. 100 to 200 I want. So let's say if you want 200 also, I would just write here 210, comma, the difference between each element should be 10. So I would write here 10. That is the step size, 100 to 200. So in this way you can write it. So in arrange, basically there is starting point, what you want to start with. Then you need the ending point, and then the last you need how much difference you want between the numbers. So starting from 100, I want 10 difference. So simple arrange function is there for it. Okay, I would do just like this so that it becomes the big question. So that we can differentiate at least that, okay, the question is started. So return, yeah, let's make it like this. Just a second. Yeah. Okay, now the third question, return an odd return array of odd rows and even columns before this numpy array. Now this is very cool question. Let's try this. So np dot array, and this array is given to us the sample array. Let's see that how it is. So this is how our sample array looks like. Now what we want, return array of odd rows and even columns. So odd rows means this is my first row, this is my third row, this is my fifth row. So I want this row, and this row. And columns, I want the even column. So this is my even column, that is the second column. And then the last column, that is the fourth column. So let's see that how to do it. Very simple it is. Again, I have explained you indexing in list. It is exactly same. You need to give here row, comma, column. That is the syntax. So same thing I'm going to do here. Sample array. I want the row starting from 1 going till the last. Okay. But there should be a difference of 2. Like after 1, it should be 3. So it is exactly same which I have taught you here. Starting, ending, and how much difference you want. So I want to start it from 1, go it till last. And there the difference should be 2. Same for column, but my column would start from second column, go till last. Okay, but the step size should be 2. So did I got it correctly? Just let me see. This is my row. Yes. So हमें यहाँ 21 मिला. That is a odd. No. Something wrong. Let's see that. 21 and 45. Why we got this? We want odd rows. So odd is this row. Okay. Yeah. So basically this starts with, okay, sorry, I forget that indexing start with 0. So we need to make that, okay, 0 here and 1 here. And we got the perfect answer now. See, this is the first row and the even columns, that is 6 and 12. Same way for 30 and same way for 54. So only like indexing starts with 0 and we counted it from 1. So you can make that change. Perfect. Now, next question is this one, that is create an 8x3 integer array from range between 10 to 34. Okay, such that the difference between each element is 1 and then split the array into 4 equal slide sub arrays. Very good. A good, interesting question. So let's try this. np dot array, np dot random dot randint, because we want integers. And then starting from 10 to 35, I would write, comma, the shape should be 8x3. Let's see that we are getting it perfectly. We are getting it. Starting, okay, integer array starting from range 10 to 34, but the difference is 1. Okay, so we cannot use random here. We need to use here arrange and 10 to 35, but the step size should be 1. So starting from 10 to 34, we are getting it such that the difference is, but it should be 8x3 array. So 8 rows should be there. So I would just reshape it. Dot reshape 8 rows and 3 columns. Okay, 25 elements are there which cannot be done in. So 8 threes are 24. So I need to make it 34 here. Perfect. So the first part is done very correctly. We got 8x3 integer array. And then after that, I need to split that into, this is my part 1. Now I need to split this into, let's store that in an array once again. And I need to split that into 4 equal side sub arrays. So for that, you can use a function called as np.split. Okay, now if you don't know about it, press shift and tab, and you would see that you just need to give here array and how many indexes, how many slice you want. Split an array into multiple sub arrays. So basically you can mention here, you can see the examples also, split, and then you can mention how many splits you want. So we want 4 split. So I would give the array name here, that is ARR, comma 4 split. That's it. My array is splitted. See, this is my first split. Then from 16, this is my second split, like this. If you want a split at particular part, that also you can do it. Okay, try to work more on the split function also. It is very helpful. Now, the last question for this video, next questions you would see in the next video. So sort an array by second row. This is really very cool. Okay, guys, this is really very cool. Let's try this. Perfect question for an interview. Sort an array by the second row. So this is our array. First, let me explain you what this question is trying to speak. So this is how my sample array looks like. 34, 43, 37, then 82, 22, 12, and then 53, 94, and 66. Now it says that sort the array by second column. First it says sort the array by second row. Second row means this is first row, this is second row. Now see here, there is 12 at the last, but we want it to be sorted. So this 12 should come in the starting. See, I would explain you like this. So you have 34, 43, 30, 73, 82, 90, 22, 12, 53, 94, and 66. Now understand the question. See, you should not think that, okay, sorting means 34, 43, and 73, and then 12 will come here, then 22, and then 82, and then rest as it is. No, this is not called as sorting. You cannot change the elements like this. You should not change the elements like this. Sorting means that this complete column would be in the starting. So 73, 12, 66. Then because 22 is the second number, so second column should be as it is. And this complete column should be put at the last. So there are many industrial use cases for this. Okay, but we would focus here on now implementation of it. So sample array, first of all, you need to just write here that I want all the rows. Very simple, I want all the rows. Now see, okay, let me first explain you. Sample array, and you can mention that a function is there, that is arg sort. Okay, now see that this argument sort would automatically work on every row. So see, it is saying that 34 is the 0th. So you got 0, like the first smallest element in the first row. Then in the second row, 12 is the smallest element. So you got 0 here. In third row, 53 is the smallest element. So 0 here. Then 66, so 1 here. And then 94, that is 2 here. Now I don't want the complete array. I want only the second row. So I would write here all the rows, sorry, second row, and all the second row. I would just write here second row. Now see, it has only given me the second row. Now I would just pass this complete thing inside my sample array. And I would say I want all the rows, but it should be sorted based on this. Just a second, I want all the rows, but it should be sorted in this manner. Okay, a little bit up and down is there. See, we were able to shift this 73, 12, 66 to second, but it should be in the first. So it basically, okay, let me try to solve this. Just give me a second. Okay, so we said here arg sort. Let's try this in one more way. Let me think of it. So I want the, okay. I think, yes. So the simple mistake what I made here is this is not the second row. Okay, this is giving me the last row, but we want the second row here. Yeah, man, this is indexing mistake. So I would write here 1, my problem is solved. And here also I would write 1, my problem is solved. See, guys, it is solved. So understand what I did very simply. I basically first created an arg sort, argument sort it is called as. So given the arguments, it would tell you that this is at the first index, this is your second index, and this is your third index. Now, I said that my sample array, I want all the rows. Remember the formula R comma C. I said I want all the rows, but columns, I want it to be sorted using the first row. So instead of column, I said I want it to be sorted. I want it to be sorted using this simple formula, which I have explained you here. So this is how you solved it. If you have already recognized my mistake in the starting, you can comment it. Yes, so Akash, that was the mistake. That's perfect. So we solved it. That's great. Now we have solved the 5 questions. I have next 5 questions for you. So please stay connected. Subscribe it if you want to be the best in your interview yourself. So we will meet again. Till then, keep smiling, keep smiling, keep smiling, keep smiling.